More money news now. It's time for Ask the Expert. There's a disconnect right now when it comes to couples and their finances.
No.
Biggest cause for divorce.
Probably. Even though the majority of couples think they're doing a good job of communicating, many don't even know the basics. That's why we have certified financial planner Tony Drake here with wealthwisconsin.com to explain what couples should be talking about and how to get that conversation started. I assume maybe before they get married?
That would be a great start. Unfortunately, that's not how it happens, right? When the number one cause of divorce, you know, it's really about starting that conversation somewhere. Sometimes it's fear that's going to cause an argument. An alarming percentage don't even know what their partner makes for a salary.
Really?
So you really got to open those lines of communication because it can really be a barrier and cause some tough difficulties.
So what are some of the areas specifically couples should be talking about besides just salary?
Yep, simple area of savings. I mean, you got to have a savings plan, you got to have some cash on hand reserves for emergencies. I think the more you can get on board and have that plan together, the better. And debt. I mean, debt comes right into savings. Sometimes you have a spender and a saver, and that can cause a lot of problems if someone's shopping secretly, not telling their partner about that.
Right.
So how do you get everybody on the same page?
It's just really about sitting down. I mean, sometimes just scheduling it. Schedule a talk. It doesn't have to be every month, maybe every other month.
Right.
Sometimes in a relationship, one of the two handles finances more than the other. Even if that's the case, keep the other partner informed and sit down and talk about it.
So if the conversation begins, well, that's my money, that's not going to be a good start to the conversation.
No, that's a tough start to the conversation.
That brings up a good point, too. I know a lot of couples my age who are now maintaining separate bank accounts. I mean, is there a tip as far as that's concerned?
Oh, I mean, you're definitely going to see that. You're going to see that a lot when it comes to different age groups, where some age groups tend to combine the money, others are keeping it separate. I think even when you keep your finances separate, though, be open about it. What do you have in savings? What do we have in debt? Because whether you keep it separate or not, creditors look at you the same. So they're going to treat you the same.
And then when children come into the equation, then there's a lot more.
Forget it, all money out the door.
That's right. Then you have nothing left.
Yeah, right.
So how do you tell them when, that? I mean, the big bills are obviously, the mortgage, maybe a house bill, insurance. I mean, those are the biggies that you got to be on the same page on, right?
You really do, but it's the credit card. I mean, a lot of times folks just don't know. If you're out shopping, you don't know about it. You can easily run up some pretty big bills. That obviously is going to hit you with some tremendous interest rates. You can't get ahead. It's going to disable you from getting jobs.
It's really about
future
that credit
applications. It's really going to hurt you.
So let's talk about these topics again. We got a graphic to show you on that. These are the lists right here. Starting out with spouse's salary, talking about savings. What's the game plan there, right? What about Social Security?
Social Security really comes in. A lot of people don't even know what they're going to make.
Even in your 20s and 30s, though?
Even in your 20s and 30s, it ties right into retirement. What do we want to do in retirement? What's that lifestyle going to look like? I think that's really important to be on the same page so you can plan for that. If you don't start in your 20s and 30s and wait till later in life, if somebody has a pretty grand idea of what retirement's going to be and the other person doesn't, you may not have the money to fund that.
So I guess the key in like anything is just open communication about all things.
If Packer fans and Bear fans can survive marriage, you can easily talk about
that.
There
you go.
I don't know one couple. No, just kidding. Got a question for our experts? Email them at asktheexpert@todaystmj4.com. You can also leave a voicemail. That number on your screen, 967-5253.